What's going on, guys? We're back with podcast number 5 here with our first guest ever, Nate. So let's get right into it. We're just going to talk about kind of his own path. So, Nate, tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, thanks for having me. I'm excited to do this. Yeah, a little bit about me. I do videography. I'm a filmmaker, video editor, and I'm also a photographer. I've been doing this for 2 or 3 years seriously now, and I'm a senior in college right now, getting ready to graduate, move on to the real world, and then hopefully continue to pursue my passion of filmmaking.
Awesome. So what was something that intrigued you in getting into videography?
To be honest, I've never really been into film that much, but I've always been a really creative person. So I think that's what really pulled me into it. When I was a senior in high school, I started to make vlogs with my friends, just like kind of silly videos, just messing around. And that's where I really started to develop the passion for it. And I think it just went from there.
Hey, so when was like a time that you really were like, this is what I want to do and pursue it more seriously?
I think when I started to create videos and be excited to sit down on my computer and edit for 5 hours, that's when I really figured out like I really want to do this with my life and I really want to continue, because I think if you could find something that you actually enjoy doing, even if it's boring, tedious work, then I think that's something that you really should pursue in life.
Nice. When was the time that you realized like video editing and video filmmaking and all that kind of stuff was something that you were able to, I guess, know that you were going to be able to do and it wasn't just a hobby?
Yeah, I don't really know. It's been tough at times because it's not easy to make this like a full-time job. It really requires a lot of work experience and just doing the right things every day. But honestly, what inspired me and gave me hope was I follow a lot of other creators in the space, videographers, photographers who are doing really big things, making money on their own. And I thought to myself, like, why can't that be me? If I take the necessary steps and I work hard, why can't that be me? Like, I don't think I'm any less like naturally gifted than them. It just it takes time, stuff like that. It's not easy. It takes time. It's a skill you gotta learn and practice every single day.
So going off that, how hard is it to learn all these skills of video editing and knowing what lens to use, what shots to get, and kind of just the background knowledge of filmmaking and video editing? How hard is it to learn, or how easy was it to pick up?
It's not easy, but it's not impossible. I think anybody who's interested in that can pick it up in a few years. Obviously, like, it takes time. Like, you have to, it's like a sport. You have to practice every single day to get better. You have to put in the reps. You got to put in the hours. You got to learn, and you got to practice on your own. Like I would just make videos when I was starting out, just whenever I could. Whenever I could had an opportunity to make a video, I didn't even have a camera. I just had my iPhone. I was just filming everything, putting it into my computer, making an edit out of it, and that's how I got better every single day. But I think the most important thing is that you enjoy doing it, because if you enjoy doing that, then you can push past the tough spots where it's like things get tedious, things get boring. Your computer's gonna crash 100,000 times. You're gonna break lenses, cameras, and it all costs money. It's a big investment, but if you really care about it, it's worth it. And I would recommend anybody who wants to get into that to just start practicing, and you'll eventually get better and you'll learn as you go. Try to find mentors and people more experienced than you and just learn from them.
Nice. So you said you've been doing this for about 2 or 3 years now. When was the time that you faced adversity and were thinking about quitting and just honestly moved past that and kept going?
Yeah, I've definitely faced adversity all the time, as a creative person. There was times when I definitely doubted myself and my ability and, thought about pursuing something else, because it's in a creative field like this, you hit a lot of roadblocks and stuff. It's not like a traditional path, I wouldn't say, that most people take. So, I mean, yeah, I just probably thinking like about a year, well, maybe a year and a half ago, I wasn't making any money. I was barely getting any views on my videos. I had a cheap low camera with a kit lens, and I was like, this is not good enough. Like, I just wish I had money for a better camera. Like, all these guys are doing better because they have better cameras, and I'm just stuck with a small one. And I couldn't really do anything about that. And I kind of just had to stop making excuses and just start working with what I have and work with the resources I have. And eventually, if you just keep persevering, you can upgrade and get past those times of when you doubt yourself, because that happens to everybody.
I think kind of going off a little bit what you said, like picking up like with what you have and moving on. I think that's something like someone even like me, you want to always have the best equipment when you start, or you want to have, for baseball, you want to have the best bat, the best glove. Soccer, you want to have the best cleats, the best ball, things like that. I think people need to kind of, I guess, realize that you got to start somewhere. You can't always start at the top. Like right now, this brand has just started, and right now I'm struggling to get past that first wave of followers. And right now I'm going through the adversity. Is this really something I want to do? But even going back to what you said before, it's if you love something, you just keep going on with it. Right now I'm facing my own adversity, and I'm reaching out to brands, people, trying to create different types of videos just to see what's out there, because you never know, and it just takes one video to put yourself out there, and then people are attracted to the videos, and you just build up from there. So even going off that, now on the flip side, what was a time that, or I guess a couple highlights of your pretty short career so far that has inspired you to keep going?
I'd say like when I first finished my first few music videos, that was exciting for me because those took a while, and that was like a pretty big accomplishment for me, you know, just to be putting out content like that. Then I'd also say times when I got to go to like live shows and concerts and meet big artists, and, you know, take photos of them and record them and then put together like a recap edit was really like a good feeling. And that's what really made me like feel like I want to keep doing this. It was really exciting. You know, the energy at like live shows and concerts, you know, you just can't beat that. So meeting like artists like Flo Rida, Offset, Jake Critch, Scory, Smoke Perp, that's all I can think of right now. But you know, just being in the presence of them and just like witnessing like a live show and like just being right up there in action, like getting to be with them backstage and like just being around other very successful people was very motivating and made me think like I want to keep doing this. Like I need to keep like putting myself in situations where I'm near people who are 10, 20 times more successful than I am, just so I can soak in the knowledge and just motivate myself.
Yeah, and those aren't small artists by any means. I mean, Flo Rida has been doing his thing for years. Offset has been doing his thing for years, and they're very popular. So even what was like your initial thought, like when you're like, holy crap, like I'm doing what I love for someone who's like known nationally?
It was cool. It's a really fun feeling just to be able to like use my talent, I can create art and then, you know, showcase their talent like with photo and video. I just think it's like really special to be able to capture like moments like that, both for photography and videography. So yeah, it was a cool feeling.
Yeah. I mean, you seem like you've hit pretty much a lot of your goals that you at least put out for yourself when you first started. So what other goals do you have set for yourself that you want to take to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I'm not even like close to where like I want to be, like not even close. Like I have very big goals for the future. Like I always believe in setting goals so high that it kind of scares you, and it kind of like sounds silly. Because that's what really makes you push and go harder, is if you set like ridiculously high goals. A simple goal I would say is making this videography and, you know, content creation in my full-time income on my own, and you know, making 6 figures and beyond. But then it's also like I wanna work with more closely with artists. Like I want to go on tour with a big artist. That's a big goal of mine. I really want to experience that. And I also have a short film coming up that I'm going to be working on this month, and I really want to do a good job on that. So,
Kind of, again, going off kind of what you said, setting those goals that are like scary to you. People, something that I was always said or told when I was younger is if you don't set goals high enough that people laugh at you, then it's not a good goal. You always want to strive to make yourself the best you could be. And here we are just sitting in a room talking, and who knows, 5 years from now, you could be taking pictures for the NBA, watching Jokic, Giannis, someone just holding up the trophy, and that could be you. These goals that people set for themselves, yeah, are on a small scale, but also want to set bigger scale goals because that'll help you strive to be better. Is there, I guess, anything else that along your own journey or your own path that you would spark in your mind that you'd want to tell anyone else if they're trying to pursue a goal of their own?
I would say just stay determined, and you have to realize that there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. There's going to be really good times. There's going to be bad times, and you have to just accept them all. And that's just anything in life. You have to take the good with the bad. I also think it's very important to define exactly what you want in your life, and be specific about it. You really need to take time to like sit down and write down like exactly what you want to achieve in life. Otherwise, you're kind of just drifting through life without a real purpose or plan. Because once you have it, once you're sure of what you want in life, then you can start taking the steps, and you'll see opportunities come in your way that you can take. And I also think it's important to always be learning from mentors and people more experienced than you. Look at people who are where you want to be in like 5 to 10 years and just copy them. I mean, not necessarily copy them, but like look at what they have, look how they got there, and take those steps. Because like if they did it, then someone else can too. And it might take a lot of time, might take a lot of patience, hard work, but if you really enjoy doing something, then you should do it.
Awesome, man. It was great having you on today. Obviously, Nate is my videographer, so maybe you'll see some more of him in the future. But thank you guys for watching. Your Own Path has some exciting things coming up that I can't wait to share with you guys, and see you guys next time.